Hey Sophie, good morning. How you doing? These people are so dumb. Sophie, contact. Hey Claudia, good morning again. Hey Tristan, all's good, bro. How are you? Well, the weather's annoying. It's like raining one minute, sun the next, and now I have to wait for these guys to deliver my nephew's bike that broke down last week. They finally fixed it, so they said that if somebody's home this afternoon, to please be on the lookout for them. So I said, "Oh well, guess I have to wait for these people to deliver the bike." So yeah, that's what I'll be doing for the next 2 to 3 hours, waiting for these people to come here. Always got to deal with some part of life. That's the mailman. Yeah, I'm doing good. Otherwise, all's good. I can't complain. Just want to get things done, but there's always something to aggravate me. Oh, hey Joey, how you doing, my brownie twin? You good? Hey Lucky, welcome back. Yeah, I have my 2 cups of coffee, kind of, sort of, and I think he's delivering mail now because I can hear him out here. Let me see something. I hear the mailman's bike out here. Yep, it's probably my electrical bill he dropped off. I literally just went out there like a half an hour. It's probably my electricity bill. As you can see, I got rain in the background all over the damn place. It's been annoying. Right now it's sunny, sort of, kind of. Oh, nice. Meaning of life coffee blend. Sounds good. Yeah, so I've done a few little things here and there. So I gotta wait for these guys to come deliver the bike, and then I'm gonna go to the dump, and then I'm gonna pick up my nephew from school. House is nice and quiet. My sister's gone. Her son, the oldest one's going to college, so it's uh it's nice and peaceful around here. Nice and peaceful. Smooth hint of chocolate and delicious. Oh, nice. So that means you're in your glory. Then somebody hit my dad's car bumper. I put a gouge in it, and I just got the estimate for the people to fix it. $440. The person has to pay. So not my problem. I ain't paying for it. The person's paying for it. So I just got the estimate through my email. So yeah, always some bullshit. that's done. Bang, bang. Good to go. Yeah, I appreciate it. I might be here not too long, but just waiting for these people to deliver my nephew's bike in the truck. So I kind of wanted to go to the grocery store and then I can buy something nice for dinner tonight, but I don't know what the heck I'm gonna eat. Because my nephew that's with me, he only eats pizza, hamburgers, hot dogs, more pizza, chicken fingers, French fries. He likes tuna casserole and spaghetti bake, but he's very fidgety with food. He's annoying to deal with sometimes. He eats a lot of fish with me too. So, but we had fish on Sunday. So last night we had takeout because we had a coupon. So we got a burger and fries each, and we had like a warm brownie for. So we had like a. It's called a warm brownie. It's like a circle brownie, and it comes already like warm, and it's in like this box, and then it's got like this icing on it. So I had half, he had half. It's like a pretty decent size, but it was pretty good. That's what me and my nephew had. We used a 20% coupon. Yeah, I wish I could make adobo chicken, but he won't want that. I wish, but I gotta make that when they're all away. That's what I usually do. Or when they have some other function and I can do it myself. Sockeye salmon sounds good. I had snapper and wahoo on Sunday. No, he doesn't like tacos, and the reason he doesn't, he likes tacos, but he can't eat them because of his braces. When they eat tacos with their braces, it gets the shells get stuck all in the braces, and he gets pissed. So he's not very happy with that. Actually, forgot to put my link up here. But yeah, he doesn't like too many things. But sometimes I make tuna casserole or spaghetti bake, and he'll eat it. He likes it. Chicken breast. Sometimes I'll do chicken breast on the barbecue, cut it all up, and put it in like a panini bread with some bacon and stuff. I think I might do that tonight. I haven't had bacon in a while, and I have a package of bacon, so I do it all on the barbecue. And because there's no wind today, if the weather's good tonight, I might tell him that I'm just gonna do. What I might do is I might take out a couple pieces of chicken, do it on the barbecue, and do some bacon on the barbecue and chop it all up and put it in a panini bread. I think that sounds good. I think I might do that. Yeah, I've done that before, Lucky. I eat it when I do adobo chicken, I do the four chicken thighs that come in a package, and then I'll eat two with rice, and then the next day, right, I either put it in rice again, or what I do is I have like these noodles, and I put it in the noodles, like the stringy noodles type, like Chinese noodles. I love that. Marley's back, back again. Tell a friend. Yeah, I like panini breads. And what I do is I cut up the chicken on when I do it on the barbecue. I cut it all up and I add like cheese, mayonnaise, and sometimes I put mushrooms in there. Sometimes, well, I put bacon in there. So I think I might. I'm gonna ask my nephew if he wants that tonight. And if he doesn't, I really don't care. He can make a pizza or whatever. But I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna because I have a panini machine, like the press thing. So you have the grilled lines on it, make a panini and stuff. So I have one of those. It's not mine, it's my sister's. But yeah, we have one. So I think that's what I'm gonna do tonight. I might go take out two pieces of chicken later, one for me, one for my nephew, so we can have it in a panini bread thing with some bacon. Sounds good. Actually, you know what? I have an avocado. I don't wonder if it's ripe. I got a big ass avocado last week. It should be ripe by now. I forgot I had it. Shit. I can cut it in half. You know what I like with my avocado? Put it in the sandwich. And what I also like is avocado and tuna fish. Like mix it all in and make a sandwich out of it, or just eat it just like that. And another thing I like to do is cut the avocado in half, take the seed out, obviously, and where the seed goes, I beat up one egg and I put a little bit in one and a little bit in the other, and then I put it in the oven for like 20 minutes on 400 degrees with a little salt and pepper, and that's like a meal within itself. Actually, I think I might do that. I think I might just do that. I haven't had lunch yet, but I had a nice breakfast. I think I might do that with the avocado. If the avocado is ripe, I think I'm gonna put some salt and pepper on it, pop an egg in there. Man, that'll be my lunch. Something nice and simple. So I ain't gotta wash no dishes. And then tonight I'll make barbecue chicken. Sounds good. Marley always says I ain't ate an avocado. It's an avocado. Thanks. But yet you wear avocado pajamas. You should be ashamed of yourself. Avocado is so nice. It's good for you too. It's good for you. That's all right. I'll eat it. I have a nice big one over here somewhere. I can't remember where I put it. I think it's on my counter on the side. So, yep. That's one of my favorite avocado meals is I scramble an egg and I put the egg yolk inside the holes where the seed was and I top it off with cheese and mayonnaise, salt and pepper. And then I eat it with a spoon and I just eat it like that. It's so delicious. I think I might make that for my lunch. That sounds good. I think I might just do that. I have to check out the avocado, see if it's ready. It should be because it's been there for a few days. Hopefully it's still good. It's $2.99 for avocado here for one. No, no, no. I take the seed out, right? And where the hole is, where the seed is, I pour the yolk into the hole in each one, and then I top it off with cheese and salt and pepper, and I pop it in the oven just like that with the raw egg in between both of them, and then it cooks by itself. The oven cooks the egg in the avocado hole. Oh, it all depends. If you want, when I scramble one egg, see, it depends on the depth of the hole, and you can also scoop out more so the one egg fits in one and another egg fits in another. You see what I'm saying? I cook it on 400 for 20 minutes. I actually should do it right here live. Actually, let me check the avocado. You guys got me thinking over here. Because if I don't remember, then the avocado is going to end up doing bad. It's going to piss me off. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it looks like it's ready. It's still kind of hardish. See? $2.99 for this damn one avocado. I mean, it's kind of not really. It's not hard, but it's like kind of soft. Yeah. But anyway, you take it like this way, and you cut all the way around like that. And you put it in two halves. You take the center out, the thing, you see it obviously. And then see this one's not that big, right? Well, it's pretty big, but not that big. Well, that's why I just scramble one egg, right? Yeah, yeah, we have big ass avocados here. Our avocados are twice this size. This is from Mexico. Actually, this is a product of Peru. This came from Peru. We imported. Yeah, Tristan, I do that sometimes when I used to eat them very frequently, but this one's kind of still like hard, so I'll leave it alone for another day. I'll do it tomorrow or the next day. But I like to eat it when it's softer than this because it's kind of like too hard right now. But because when I got it, I got it on Friday, I think. Pause, Claudia. All right, yeah. So that yeah, I can put it in a paper bag to make it riper. That sounds good, but it looks like it's almost ripe, so I'll leave it there for one more day. It's not a big deal. Yeah. I mean, it's like I haven't had an avocado from Bermuda in a long time, but when I went to this guy's house the other day, he had like a big ass avocado tree, and the avocados were huge. It's literally like three times as big as that, and it's like a big round, like it's like it goes like that. It looks like a, you know. Yeah. But Bermuda, we grow big ass avocados here, not those small ass things. Uh, the Bermuda avocado is probably, I mean, it tastes different for sure. I don't know. I don't know how I can explain it, but it's like more of a, I don't know. It's not, it's more of a, maybe a sweeter taste or a tangier taste, I guess. I don't know what you would say, but it's like, it's a lot better. Bermuda avocados are really good. See, this right now is the time of the year to pick them, like September, October, because a lot of people pick them before hurricanes hits us. Like if a hurricane's coming, they'll take all the avocados off if they're ready. There's a guy I know that I work for. He had a big, big avocado tree, and it would produce like at least 100 avocados every year, guaranteed. And he had a long 20-foot pole. You know that thing that catches light bulbs? Like you, well, not catches light bulbs. You can put it up, you twist the light bulb, and you bring it down. I don't know if you ever seen it. Like it does big light bulbs, and the light bulb is like the size of the light bulb is the size of the actual avocado. So he had this long pole, and he goes, "Hey, Mark, you want to take some avocados home? I got too many, man. We got a hurricane coming, probably next week." I said, "Yeah, sure, no problem. I'll take some. I like them, and my mom and dad does too." So he took it up there. He went like this, shook it, boom, it fell in the thing. He bring it down, put it in the bag for him. I took like about six avocados from him. It was good. They were huge. My mom goes, "Oh my God, I haven't seen big avocados like this in years." And I'm like, "Yep." I can't remember where I went. I went to somebody's house. Where the heck did I go? Oh yes, I went to my nephew's girlfriend's house. And before you get to her house, like on the side, there was an avocado tree with all these green avocados, like big ones. And I'm like, fuck, they're lucky. They got some avocados over there. And my mom, she has a guayaba tree. It's producing guayabas right now. Some people stop at my mom's house and say, "Excuse me, can I have about like 15 guayabas, little guayabas, please? Cause I'll give you some money." And my mom's like, "Nah, it's cool. Go ahead, take it." It happened last year. I was cutting the grass. This guy goes, "Hey, yo, bro, You mind if I pay you for some guayabas from my juicer? I want some fresh guayabas, man. You mind? I say, yeah, go ahead, man. Take as many as you want. So he took like a whole bag full for the juicer or whatever. So I don't really know how to do all that stuff, Joey. I have no clue, you know. Yes, I know, Lucky. I say it different. That's how Bermudians say it. My mom says guiavas in Portuguese. Guiavas. Guiavas. We say guavas. Guava trees. Bermudians fuck up everything when they say words. Robert, who? Robert Redford? Who's that again? That's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Isn't he like an actor or something? Yeah, he's an actor. Oh yeah, I remember this guy. 89. That's a good. That's a good. He just went 89 too last month. That's a good innings. He was a Leo. Leo. One, two, three, four kids. Two boys, two girls. He had a couple grandchildren. Two wives. Yeah, he's a Leo. I remember him, but he looks really old right there. Phew. Bless me. It was this movie. What movie is this? I can't remember this movie he did. Sundance Kid. I think that was it. Sundance Kid. Yeah, I remember. Dragon fruit. Yeah. Papayas. Yeah. I don't eat. I don't eat too much fruit because fruit messes up my stomach now. When I was younger, I used to eat apples, oranges, mangoes. There's the fruit I like. I like like pretty much any fruit. Kiwi, honey melons, cantaloupe, watermelon, apples, oranges, grapes. Uh, what else is out there? That's a fruit. Tomatoes are considered fruits too. Um, Papaya, I like mixed with other things. Strawberries, blueberries. Yeah, I eat those too. Pineapple, sometimes. Yeah. I like apple juice and orange juice. I love mangoes though. We have mangoes here. Really good. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I like fruit, but I haven't eaten any in a long time. Because I used to eat fruit every day and then it messed up my stomach a lot. And then my face breaks out in like a red rash when I eat fruit. So I try not to eat too much fruit anymore. But I do love fruit though. Bananas. I'm not really a banana person. I'll eat banana bread before I actually eat a banana. Banana bread is way better than eating an actual banana to me. I don't really like bananas like that. Bananas like give me like indigestion. I take after my dad. He can't handle fruit either, and neither can I. When I was younger, yeah, but as I got older, my body rejected a lot of fruit. It didn't really set good with me. which I can't stand because I really love fruit. I love onion rings, but not the onions. Some people do that, you know. Some people eat the onion ring instead of the onions. They take the onion right out because when you bite it, right, you can just take it right out. I love onions. I can eat onions every day. Onions are so good. I love the purple onions. They call it red onions, but I don't call it that. I call it purple onions because it's fucking purple. I'll eat all the onions. It don't matter. I like onions. Last night on my burger, I had onions. Me and my nephew. I like raw onions better than fried onions. I love raw onions are so good. I like onions and vinegar. It's really good. Okay, Joey, take care. Thanks for stopping by. I ate a brownie last night, so now it's your turn. Kind of wish my avocado was ready. I would gotta eat it for lunch, but oh well, it's all good. I feel like pancakes. I haven't had pancakes in so long, and I got a box of pancake mix in there. I feel like making it. I feel like making two pancakes and call it a day. But this morning I went to drop off my nephew, and I go to this place that has y'all making me hungry. So I kind of don't mind taking my nephew to school in the morning because I stop at this grocery store that has like a food court, and they have like the best breakfast. So I go in there and I get a tray, and when they have French toast, I will get a piece of French toast. I'll put scrambled egg on it and sausage and cheese. And then I'll take another piece of French toast and put it on top of it and make a French toast, cheese, egg, and sausage sandwich. Right? That's what I'll do. But today they didn't have the French toast. So what I do is I go to they have like a bakery thing, but it has donuts and croissants. So I got a nice croissant, right? I put it in a bag, and then I got scrambled egg, cheese, and sausage. I put it in a tray, right? And I got like a little cinnamon roll. They have like these like 3 or 4 bite cinnamon roll looking things. So I got that too. And I said, you know what? When I get home, I'll cut the croissant in half, put some mayo on it, put the scrambled egg and sausage and cheese right on top of the damn croissant, cut it in half, and eat it as a sandwich. And then later on, I'll eat the cinnamon roll. Because, the croissant's pretty small. It's not like a couple, you know. It's like a little sandwich. It's good for breakfast. So I took it home, did it, ate that for breakfast with a cup of coffee. And that was my nice breakfast. That's what I've had all day. It's almost 1 o'clock here, so I don't know. I kind of feel like making. I don't really want to dirty up the fucking pots and shit. I just finished washing my dishes earlier. But I got some pancake mix and brand new pancake syrup. And I feel like just mixing up pancakes. It takes like 5, 10 minutes to make. And I'll just eat 2 pancakes for my lunch. Or I can go on my bike for a ride because I have to keep the battery up and just go down the hill and see what they got. Get something to eat. Might get like a egg roll. Spirit's gonna say what's causing it is your mentality, your brain, because you worry too much and you think too much and you aggravate me and yourself too much. That's what Spirit's gonna say. Spirit's gonna say you need to go to fuck sleep. That's what Spirit's gonna say. Go to sleep. Because you've been complaining about not sleeping. And that's why you feel drained, because you're not sleeping. No sleep equals to being drained. Duh. That's why. It's that simple. Anchovies. Oh, hell no. Who the fuck eats anchovies on pizza? I knew you was weird. I'll take the bell peppers, cheese, garlic, and mushrooms. That's about it. You take them anchovies and put them in the water where they belong. Oh God. If it ain't one pain in the ass, now it's two. Oh God. Two pain in the asses at once. I can't handle you at the same time. Okay. How you doing, Maria? Good morning. Claudia, you said I stopped eating garlic and onions years ago. I only consume it for medical purposes, but I like red onion and Greek salad. Yeah, I like red onion, purple onion. Twin pain in the asses. That's what you are. A twin pain in the ass. I don't eat too much garlic because garlic will go right through you too. Garlic will clean you the fuck up. If you ate like a boiled garlic clove, you better like stay next to the bathroom 24/7. That shit will rip your ass apart. Literally. It'll clean your whole insides. You don't believe me? Do it. If you're one of those people who get constipated, boil a garlic clove, two of them, and eat both of them. You'll see. Give that shit about 30 minutes, and your whole insides will be clean. Yeah, that's what people do. I did it not too long ago. I ate some tuna, and my mom made like boiled the garlic clove. Because what the old timers do, right? My mom be like, "You calling me old?" I said, "Yeah, yeah, Miss 80. I'm not 80 yet. I can hear it now." So what she does, what they did back in the day to give the when they boiled potatoes, right? They put a garlic clove in the water to give the potato that garlicky like taste when they boiled the potatoes. But they hardly ever they ate the garlic too. So one day there was two garlic cloves in there. This is about maybe a month and a half ago. I ate both garlic cloves. My mom didn't want, and I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna eat both of these. They're so good." I say about half an hour, 45 minutes later, I got home. Boom. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me? I was like, I must that shit. I said, I called my mom. I said, Mom, you all right? If anything happened to you? She goes, No, I wish. I wish I can. I said, Well, you got to eat both garlic cloves because I think that's what it was because I just Googled it and it said if you eat garlic cloves, it clears your whole insides out. I said, Oh, well, too late now. And oh boy, it was like a whole day straight. And I was like, Dang, I felt so good after that. It was like I got flushed, literally. You want to cleanse? Garlic. Garlic cloves. Eat that. You'll cleanse. Make sure you ain't got nothing on though. Make sure you ain't got nothing going on and you're staying home. You're working? Yeah, I'm doing good. I just got your donation. Thank you. Oh, nice. Marley. See if you can see. Yeah, but this kid, you want too damn fucking much. I know that. Yeah, give an inch and you want a mile. Marty said you better be. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm being dead serious. I'm joking, but I'm not joking. Thank God it was a fucking. It was a day that I was home all day. Cause if you're not, you better watch out. You ain't gonna be able to hold that. You'll be like fucking bombs going off. Oh boy, that's why I never ate garlic cloves again. I was like, fuck that. That shit was true. I thought it was bullshit, but it literally was. Let me see again. All right, Maria, let me see. I would say in the next 2 weeks, you're still gonna have to wait for the lawyer situation to like actually happen. So you said you got a lawyer, not sure if it's a guy or girl, but the lady. Yeah, so I would say like from now until the end of the month, there could be like that could happen, but it's like they still gotta like do some extra shit in order for you to get them, to get the person. Yeah. So like in the next in the next two in the next 2 weeks, I would say because in the next 2 weeks it's the end of the month. Today is 2 weeks until the end of the month. So I would say in the next 2 weeks, going into October, you'll definitely have a lawyer that will help you. Yeah, I remember saying something about a lady you were gonna talk to. So that's good. And between you and the love of your life, I would say that he still feels like he has a lot of issues and looks like he feels tired, like he's not getting enough sleep, he's not getting enough rest. People around him are trying to like bring him down. People are trying to aggravate him. People do aggravate him. I think he's got like if he had somebody die in his family, he still thinks about that person or dreams about him, so it makes him feel weak. It makes him feel like nasty. Makes him feel like mentally annoyed type of vibe. Um, Also, I see like you and him, being together this week, but not that much. Like little short visits here and there. But that's about probably it. I don't really see anything bad. I just see more him just like feeling he's got some ideas of what he wants to do, but none of it's happening. But slowly but surely things will get better. But you guys might not see each other as much as you want to. It might be just for like short, slow visits. So that's for the next couple of days. It's Tuesday today, so I would say the next couple of days you guys might not really see each other that much. Might be like short little get-togethers or whatever. But nothing bad. It's just him feeling like shit about people around him. Yeah. Oh yeah. Every second counts. That's what that matters. But I don't see nothing bad, dude. Well, Claudia, to me, marriage depends on, like, cause a woman told me one time to my face that marriage is just a piece of paper. And when she said that to me, I said, well, I'll never fucking marry you then. Because obviously you don't know the significance of being married. But um, when she said that to me, it let me know the mentality of some stupid people in the world. And then she ended up getting married and getting a divorce within a year. So I said, oh, well, it's just a piece of paper. She was so mad at me, she wanted to kill me. I was like, fuck you. That's what you get. See what happens when you preach shit into existence? It's just a piece of paper. So there you go. And you were all devastated. You got married and got divorced within a year. I wonder why. Anyway, uh, moving on. In order to get married to somebody, I've said this a million times. In order to get married to somebody, you should get to know them, date them for a year, then you should live with them for a whole year. And after 2 years of being with them and a whole year of actually living with them in the same house, right? You should like get engaged and then get married the third year you're together. See? So that way you actually know what it's like to be with that person for 2 years living with them. And then when you're engaged with them for a whole year and you plan your marriage, then and you get no red flags in that period, which will be a miracle. So if you can handle that person in 3 years and then get married, that's what I would say would bring a healthier marriage towards both of you because you'll both appreciate each other after that third year you're with each other. And then in your fourth year, you get married. It's that simple. That's how I feel. I feel like people are I feel like a man is dumb if they see a lot of men, they get whipped and women do it to the men and fuck them over and they're dumb. So both men and women are evil when it comes to marriage because a lot of men that's never had a woman in their life, they get their first coochie, they fall in love with that coochie and they want to marry the coochie. They're not marrying the woman's heart. They're not marrying the woman themselves. They're marrying sex. That's what they're marrying. They're marrying her lips. You know? That's what they're doing. So that's what I think about marriage. Is a lot of men marry women right away because they get caught up in the sexual things that they do, and the woman's like, "Yeah, you can fuck me all you want. I'll give you everything you need. I know because you're a rich man. I'm gonna take all your fucking money when I divorce you." So, for the man, I suggest that you get a lawyer before you get married, and you sign a contract saying that if we get a divorce ever in life, whether it's now or 30, 40, 50 years from now, and if we have to renew that contract, so be it. You write a contract saying that if we were to get a divorce, that you cannot take one thing that I have. No money, no possessions, no nothing. You go your way and I go my way. And how many women you actually think are going to do that? Or how many men you think are going to do that? That's the only way I'm getting married. You ain't taking what little I have. You ain't leaving me with shit. And you shouldn't deserve anything anyway. You take yours, I take mine. Fuck you. You taking my shit. And if you have kids, it should be split 50-50. You pay half, I pay half. It's simple. Whatever extra we both do for our kids is on us. I ain't paying no extra. If you want to buy him $1,000 Rolex for his birthday or $5,000 Rolex or some bullshit like that, I ain't paying for that shit. You can look on your fucking phone for your time. You don't need a Rolex. So the gifts we give our children, if that's the case, that's on you to pay for. Well, the thing is, Maria's been married and divorced, and so has a lot of people on here. But it doesn't change my view on them. My brother and my sister got a divorce. They got cheated on and disrespected. But you know who I feel sorry for? It is the kids. The kids are the ones I feel sorry for, not the two adults. The two adults should have made better decisions. One of the main reasons I don't even care about marriage or want to be married, because to find a woman that actually wants my heart instead of my dick is the first issue. I don't want you to want me for my D or my money or where I live or my personality. I want you to want me because you know I have a good heart and I always care about you and trust you and love you. Now, if you don't want me for that, then the other things should never matter. So that's why I'm still single, because all women want bullshit. Not all, some women. Not all. Let me rephrase that. So that's why I'm not married, because ain't no woman gonna do what I just said. There ain't no woman that's good that I know that's gonna say, okay, Mark, sure. I'll date you for a year. I'll live with you for 2 years. In the second year, going in the third year, we might get engaged depending on how I feel. If there's no red flags, and then I'm gonna get you to sign a contract when we're married to say you take your shit, I take mine. You agree with that? Yeah, sure, honey, no problem. Boom, boom, boom. Lawyer sees everything, bang. So if we ever get divorced for any reason, you ain't taking my shit, and I ain't taking yours. Like I said, if you have kids, then we pay for them. Simple. You pay half, I pay half. There's nothing wrong with that. It has to be an equal give and take for me. But most women won't take that contract. Most women would say, hell no, I'm a woman. I deserve all of your shit. Yeah? Oh, you're gonna stay that way for the rest of your life then. You won't be married to me. Hell no. And a woman would say to me in the background right now, if you want that life, Mark, you're gonna stay single because I'm not marrying you. And 90% of women I know won't marry your ass. Because if you cheat on me, I want half your shit. But see, I won't cheat on you. That would never happen. But you're more likely to cheat on me. But you won't, because even if you cheat on me, you're not getting shit. So that gives you more of a reason not to cheat. But if you do, it's goodbye and good riddance and take your shit and leave. There you go. And if we bought a house together, literally bought a house together, then we're selling that house, or you're one of us are buying each other out for it. Most likely sell it, get my money and go buy another one. And fuck you, take my kids and go. Ain't none of that shit happening. I tell you that right now. And women can listen to this and say whatever they want, because they know it's fucking true. A man gets fucked every time he gets married. And a woman just sits on her fucking ass, takes dick from someone else, does whatever they want, uses my fucking money to pay their bills and shit. I see it happen all the time. That's why I would never do it. You ain't getting over me like that. Hell no. All right, Maria, take care. You too, bestest. Right, I agree, Claudia. I just read what you said. You said, I know I'm gonna get a lot of critics for saying it. Why are you paying your ex spouse support and he's not getting anything out of it? Right. That's bullshit. And you know the reason why is because they don't want to get a job. They stay jobless so that way you pay their way. Now, if the man cheated on the woman or the woman cheated on the man, they deserve that. See what I mean? So I'm only agreeing with the other person paying that situation if they cheated. So if they cheated, then I would say, fuck them. That's your karma. You deserve to pay because you cheated. So that's the only exception that I would say is right karma wise. So in the case of my sister, when she left her husband, she separated from her husband at the time. He left here, he got an apartment, and he started fucking this girl at his job. Within 2 months, they were broken up, and they were still married, but they were like preparing for a divorce. And he was still living here at one point, and then he left a couple months later. And he was with this chick at the same job. They worked at the same place, and he was fucking this other girl while they were married. So technically, he cheated, and he probably was cheating before that because it happened so quick. See what I'm saying? So the conclusion is he cheated regardless, even if he did it during or before. It's still cheating. So my sister took him for everything he had, and I said we're gonna burn him because that's the only way he deserves. He deserves karma. And now everybody's disowned him. Everybody's disowned him. Even his own family don't give a flying fuck about him. All he has is his car, his money, and his hoe. That's it. The kids don't care about him. The kids ain't spoke to him in almost 2.5 years. The kids told him go fuck himself, literally. My sister don't speak to him no more. They speak through lawyers and emails. That's it. And my sister is better now than she's ever been in her entire life. Just by leaving the devil himself. And that's what I used to call it, the devil himself. Yeah. And since then, because we don't care about him and don't speak to him and go around telling everybody the truth about him, he's a narcissist. So he tries to do bad shit to us all the time. And his latest stunt back in June blew up in his face. And now his whole family don't speak to him. And we have confirmation of that from many people. His own mother's going around saying, I'm not speaking to him no more. He fucked up big time. He ruined my relationship with my grandchildren. So he got the ultimate karma. He thought that because he's got money and power, he thought he was gonna do whatever he wants. But he ended up fucking himself and ended up paying the ultimate price, which is now all you have is your car, your money, and your hoe. You don't have nothing else. Your reputation is ruined because you lied the whole time. You lied about everything, and all your lies came out of the water into the surface, and everybody saw it. At first, he convinced people that we were the ones that were doing everything, and we were the liars, and we were the ones who's taking him for everything and turned the kids against him. He's a good manipulator, good liar. But now they see the truth. It took a while, but now everybody sees the truth. He's losing everything. He's losing everything he's always had and wanted. And guess what? There's more karma coming. Because in the Bible it says a man who leaves his family, his wife and kids is going to hell. And before they go there, they get the wrath. And that's what he's feeling right now. I told my sister, I said, you think that guy is happy? That guy is never going to be happy. He's devastated because he lost everything. And everybody hates him now because they know it's the truth and he lied. Your reputation is ruined forever now. Nobody's going to believe a word you say. There you go. And all of us are succeeding without him. So that makes him even more mad. He's so pissed right now. I told my sister he's getting mental karma too. Because when you lose in your mind, you're constantly thinking about shit. You got anxiety and you can't sleep. You have dreams. You have nightmares. Mental karma is the worst karma to receive because you're constantly thinking about what's next. What can I do to get them back? Because a delusional narcissist thinks that I can do whatever I want and never pay the consequence because I know I'm doing wrong, but I don't care because I got away with it all these years. I can get away with it again. I mean, when your luck runs out or the people turn against you and say fuck you, we don't need you no more, and we're gonna show you, and they you call out the narcissist, so they can't handle that shit, and we give them silent treatment. And November, his oldest son is going to be 18, so all ties are going to be cut forever. And he even wants to change his name so he doesn't have to be his last name anymore. My sister already changed her name back to her maiden name, and the kids want to do it too, so they don't have no ties to him at all. I told them they shouldn't do that, but if they want to, they could. When you go 18, you can do whatever what the fuck you want. So one down, one more to go. So the youngest one, he went 16 last month. So in 2 more years, he'll be 18 and it's all over. No more child support, no more have to tell you where I'm going, have to tell you who you're with, all that shit. Nothing. See, right now, I'm the legal guardian taking care of my youngest nephew at 16. I had to sign a paper and everything to say I'm his legal guardian right now because my sister's not here. But not his dad. His dad could care less. And his dad knows that he's home with me. Why you don't call him and say, try to make amends with your son and say, hey, look, I know mom's away. I know you're with your Uncle Mark. I want to talk to you. I want to do something. I want to do this. I want to do nothing. That bastard don't care. He don't care about his kids. And that's why he's gonna go to hell where he belongs. He's already there. He's got a chair right next to the devil. He's got his name on it, his address, his telephone number, his picture, and everything. You know how they put all that shit on your tomb when you die? He's already got one in hell with his name on. Hey, Ashley, you'll be proud. Okay, so you say, we'll see. I'm proud I'm alive, yeah, and healthy to deal with y'all. So yeah, Claudia, that's the deal. That's the situation. Shows how of a deadbeat piece of shit daddy is. But his sons don't want nothing to do with him. His son wants nothing to do with him. The youngest one told him, "Go fuck yourself," in a text message. He said, "Don't ever talk to me again after what you did to me and mom and my brother and my uncle. You can fuck yourself. Don't ever speak to me again. I want nothing to do with you." I saw the text. He sent it to, and then that asshole tells his lawyer that what his son wrote to him and then said that this is unacceptable and it's my fault and my sister's fault that he retaliates against his dad. But you don't admit that you've disrespected all of us. And we got proof of your disrespect. So his lawyer must be like, oh, cool. I'm gonna make a couple $100 off this bullshit letter. Sure, okay, I'll send it. You know what my sister's lawyer said? Discard the letter. You could read it, but you can discard it. Don't worry about it. He just likes running his mouth and paying for stupid shit. So we looked at the letter. He complained about his youngest son fucking him off. But you're not. But we've complained about what you've done to us, but you never respond, and you expect us to be cool with you and treat you like with respect after all you've done. You're a fucking delusional rat. Shut the fuck up. But he does it. You know why he does it? To make us mad. So we go when we see him, so we attack him, and then we get in trouble. That's what he wants. He's dying for the day that we retaliate against him or beat him, so we can go to jail, and he'll be like, "Yeah, see, I told you I'm the victim. They beat me. I didn't do anything. But see, we're too smart for that. We're enjoying all the child support and whatever we took from. That's his karma. Just like somebody told me the other day, he's jealous of me because I'm in his old workshop. I made it to where I make money in it, unlike he did. I fixed the house inside, put a games room here, an attic where you can sit off with your friends. His friends love coming here. And they say, "Oh yeah, your Uncle Mark did a good job. This is a kid's dream to have these two little rooms up here." And we came up here once before and it stunk of cigarettes and was shit everywhere and boat parts and trash everywhere. It was a pigsty. That's why he's mad, see? Because I'm doing everything he should have done. But it's too late. You fucked up. Yeah, it is such a shame. It really is. But you know what? I'm sure they rather have me in their life as a an uncle, you know, and a best friend, because that's what we are. Me and my two youngest nephews, we're uncle and nephews, but we're more like, the three amigos, we're more like best friends. All three of us are always together. And that kills him because he couldn't be what I am to those kids. I'm more of a father to them than he'll ever be because I'm always with them. And I pay for them. I pay for everything for them. When they need something, I'll pay for it. I'll go get it. I'll go take them to school, pick them up, everything. That fucking asshole never did that. He never picked them up from school or never took them to school. He just stayed home, played PlayStation, bullshitted, did absolutely fucking nothing. Biggest piece of shit in the world. And there's evidence of it. We all know the truth. A lot of people know the truth now. That's why I'm glad God always comes through and shows the receipts. One thing about me that you'll learn is I always got receipts. Don't fuck around. I'm him. And that's exactly what happened with the lawyers. I proved to the lawyers that everything he said about me was bullshit and everything I said about him was real. And that's why he went through 3 lawyers during this divorce. 3. Not 1, not 2, but 3 lawyers. Because all of them left him and say you're a fucking liar and you're an idiot. There you go. Everything speaks for itself. He buried himself. Ashley, thanks for the donation. You said, can you tell me how he felt after our conversation? I just let him know that I'm going to continue to give him space. So you said I backed up and he called me today. Well, I wonder who told you that. Must be the guy behind me, I guess. I told you I know how men think. Duh. That's why you all come to me. Because a woman ain't going to tell you that. Woman's going to be like, girl, fuck that guy. You go get some other dick. Don't worry about him. If he treat you like a queen, slaying and buying you shit, girl, leave that man alone. He's an idiot. Don't worry about him. Me, I'm going to tell you, look, do this here, do that there. And she's like, oh, hush. See, because you know the truth. All you damn women know the truth. That's why you come to Mark and Mark's Tarot for that reality check. Nah, I love you guys. I just want the best for all of you. I really do. That's why I tell you guys things. Well, Claudia, if that's what you think, then I accept it. They always say they always say somebody's good for something. Shit. I'd rather be good for that. All right, let's check. Uh-huh. Well, he feels that He feels like you didn't talk to him on purpose to try and get him to talk, which you did. So he's kind of like feeling that, he kind of feels like you're gonna get mad if he doesn't call you, and then that's why you probably didn't like text him or do all the work like you usually do. So he kind of thinks it's kind of deceitful of you to do so. Like he kind of says, like, yeah, I see what she's up to. She's like giving me silent treatment, acting like, want me come talk to her now. So he's kind of like irritated that he had to come out of his comfort zone to do so, and he kind of like thinks that you're fucked up for doing it, you know. But he also realized that in order for him to get communication, he's got to be the man. He's got to be the emperor. He's got to show leadership. He's got to be more mature. He has to show more confidence and get to you in that way. So he doesn't have to think that you're like that. But you got the nine of cups here, and that says that he's happy with the communication and the conversation that you guys had. And his wish is to like take care of himself more and have more opportunities, more abundance, feel healthier, feel better, have success and things like that. But he still feels like a certain way about you. Like he looks at you as the Queen of Swords reversed, and that's not very good. But the only reason why he looks at you like that because he thinks you're basically saying, well, if you want me, you gotta come get me. You flip the script. You use reverse psychology. See? So because you backed up, he kind of thinks that you're fucked up for doing it. Like he wanted you to do the communication and the work. But he in the same breath, right? Yeah, exactly. Right. But at the same time, you're right and you're kind of like you're doing the right thing because I told you to do it anyway, and I feel like you have to do it, right? Right. And that's why he thinks you're a biatch now. He thinks you're this Queen of Swords. You laid down the rules. You said, I'm not doing it anymore. I ain't calling you every fucking time. You need to make the initiative if you want this. See, so now he thinks you're this, Queen of Swords reverse. Like, yeah, you know, she got me, She pretty much told me about myself. And he doesn't like it. But he realizes that in order for him to do it, he has to do it. He's got to be more mature. So like I said, this is how he feels about you. But at the same time, he knows that his wish is to be together and have a relationship and do all those good things. But I feel like he's still deep down inside, he's living in denial. He's still gonna be cautious. He's still gonna be like, you know, this chick better not be playing games, right? So you kind of bring him out of his comfort zone. But see, I told you it was gonna work. When you don't say nothing, they get upset because if he didn't call you, then that means that he don't care. See, so because he called you, because you didn't, that shows that hey, look, I'm interested and I want to be with this chick. Because if she ain't calling me, then I'm fucked up because I'm not doing my part. So now that you laid down the rules and the laws of what you want, you watch it change now. Because he could have done something else. He could have not contacted you ever again and said, "Good, I got my way. She ain't calling me. I ain't calling her. Good, fuck her." But see, he engaged himself in conversation. So that says that I'm interested, but I'm also putting my guard up. See? All right. Exactly. But see, that's what you have to do. Unfortunately, people are so dumb like that where they just don't understand that from the very beginning of even if you're not in a relationship and you're like kind of dating or you're getting to know somebody, if you give the equal give and take from the very beginning, then none of this shit will happen. But the problem is people's past resentments of others lead to and they bring it into the new person, which they should never do. Both should never do that. You should always start clean all the time and erase all the bad memories of the last person or the person before that or the person before that, no matter how many people you've dated. You should never bring that shit into the new one. See what I'm saying? So he probably has resentment of him going all out and making this woman feel like a queen and do all this shit and it didn't work. And so now he says, I ain't doing that shit again. So when you flip the script and use reverse psychology on his ass, he was like, oh fuck, I ain't heard from Ashley. She's probably fed up because I don't give her no time of day. So bang, he went and contacted you. But he only did that because he don't want to lose you. But at the same time, he thinks that, oh yeah, she's doing this because to see if I want her. So you caught him. See, you caught him in his mind of what he really wants and what he don't want. That's why I tell you do it. Back off and don't say shit, and it'll work. Because it'll get the person thinking. See, because if you keep doing something every day or every time, people get accustomed to it and they get comfortable. And then when you feel like you're being disrespected or you're not getting 100% back, you're gonna blame that person, but really it's your fault because you gave that person too much energy and too much. You put 100% in when you're not getting that. See, I tell people this shit every single time, and that's why I'm still single because I'm still trying to find a woman that will give me 100% like I give her. And if you ain't giving me 100%, fuck you. That's what I'm telling you. It ain't gonna happen. You think I'm gonna call you every goddamn day, all day? No, no, no. You better give me some communication first. You better start your day off, good morning, honey, or good morning, Mark. How are you today? And then I'll reciprocate the energy. Whatever energy you give me, I'm always gonna reciprocate it back. And if I don't, that means I ain't interested. And if you don't, you're gonna tell me, you're gonna say the same thing. Simple. Right. And that's all that matters. So now you got to keep your word now, Ashley. You got to keep your word. And that your word is I'm not going to give in to you and like contact you all the time. And it shouldn't be a man's job only to contact. It should be both give and take. But most women will be like, I don't give a fuck. You want me, you better call me every day. That's the wrong attitude. And that's why most women like that don't have a relationship because they think that, oh, yeah, you know, my coochie is what you want. Meanwhile, the heart's beating and you think that we don't want that. But some people, if you want coochie, just go get a hoe. But if you don't want just that and you want the heart first, then that's a different scenario, which is never really the case these days. Because nowadays it's fuck now, complain later, and leave you and cheat you the next day. Nobody even talks about no heart. But yet when you break up, it's, oh, I'm heartbroken. How? If you never even loved the person. All you did was fuck him. Dumbass. You love that D. That's what you love. You don't love my heart. You want that D. Fuck you talking about. I should be a relationship therapist. I think I'll change the world. You think people are single now? They'll be single forever. Yeah, exactly. You just live and learn. That's all. Now I'm just joking. I wish a lot of people were married and stuck to it, you know? It'll be like the thing is I want people to get married and have children and live a great life. But the problem in today is social media and not only social media, because before social media, people were cheating. It's just people. It's just like half the world is full of hoes and cheaters. And it really is like almost that much now. It's like nobody wants to be loyal. Nobody just wants one person, one D, one man, one woman, one cooch. They don't want that shit. They want multiple. If even if they reach a certain age. So say if I'm married for like 20 years and I'm 50 years old now, right? Let's say that's just an example. And a woman comes up to me that's about 40 and she says, "Oh yeah, you still look good for 50. Oh, this and that," and starts, priming you up. And you're like, fuck, my own wife don't even tell me that shit. And then you start talking to this person, and the next thing you know, you start catching feelings. And then one day you fuck her in your car, and then you cheated on your wife of 20 some years and you got two kids. How you supposed to live with yourself? Why did you get yourself to that point in the first place? You know what that person was doing? They were devilish. They gave you compliments to prompt to fucking ruin your life. So a couple minutes ruin your life forever. See what I'm saying? So what's the sense of doing that? So if you're not happy in your marriage, then make it better. And if you have no solutions, then you can get a divorce and then you can go fuck whoever you want. That's how it should be. Or if you know you can't commit to one person the rest of your life, then don't do it. I know a couple right now that's been together for 20 something years. They have two children, right? And both children are like 10 years apart, right? One's really young and one's going to college. So like more than 10 years, like maybe 15 years apart. And they've never got married. They're engaged for like 10 years, but they never got married because they realized that it's just pointless to do so. And they both have their maiden names and everything. But the children have got the dad's last name. See what I mean? And they're always together and they're so happy. And they have two beautiful kids and they're nice people. I like both of them. But I never say behind their back, "Oh, they're so dumb. They've been together. They might as well just get married." I say, fuck, these people are smart. Stay engaged forever and don't get married. You can still have the same life. What's the problem? See, those are two people that understand that marriage can't come between them. So why have it? See, there's people like that in the world that will do that. If both people have that understanding, then you don't need a ring on your finger. You don't need a piece of paper to say, "I'm officially married." Because once those things happen, then it becomes an excuse when things go to shit. "Oh, but we're married. Oh, well, I'll take you for everything you got. Oh, yeah, you think I need this ring?" See? Those things get in the way of a relationship. It makes you an excuse. It makes you have an excuse to do dumb shit. And trust me, one of my dreams and wishes is to be married with kids. But that's one of my dreams and wishes that ain't happened. I'm not saying it won't. It can happen. It's up to me whether or not I want it or whether or not I find somebody that actually wants to do it. But like I said, marrying me comes with contracts. I'm gonna treat you like a client. All right, babe. I don't want you to hate me or anything, but I'm doing this for my own life. I have a contract here. So you can be like, "What the fuck you talking about?" I said, "Like, I got a contract here. If you marry me, we're getting married, right? We're engaged, we're getting married. But before we get married, I need you to sign this contract." It says on page number one, it says, "You can't take my shit and I can't take yours." Right? If you sign the paper, we can get married and we'll be happily ever after married and be happy. Because if I do get a divorce or you get a divorce from me or vice versa, some do is wrong, we both come and go as we can. Here you go. Bye. You don't sign it, I don't get married. You're welcome, Ashley. Anytime. And I'm glad that you did that. See what happens when you listen to Marky? I gotta take some credit. Shit. I got a donation from someone. If you can please make your presence known. And I got your donation through PayPal. And I got your note here too. As soon as you make yourself known, because I've never seen you before. And I don't want to say your name if you don't want me to. So once you make yourself known, I'll answer your question. And thank you for the donation. Yeah, social media can be the extreme, but I think it's beyond social media because before social media, when I was in elementary school, there were people cheating back then. I used to come to school and like a couple of my friends would be like, "Oh, my parents are getting a divorce." I'm like, "Oh no, what happened? Oh, he was with another person," and that was before social media. So like, I blame social media because it happens more now. Because if you like a picture of someone and you're married and you're liking some woman's picture, they're gonna get caught. They're gonna be like, "Why the fuck you liking her picture?" You're married to me. I don't do that shit. You know. So that's the thing. Hi, Ruby. Yes, yes, I got it. Yeah, I just didn't want to say that name. I rather talk to you on here before that. I respect everybody's name on here. A lot of people don't want their name to be on here, so that's why I said what I said. But thank you for the donation. I'll answer your question now. You said I want to read what's unfolding for me, and all right, cool. I'll check. Check to see what's going on. You're welcome. All right, you want to know what you want to do with this connection you have with this person. Hmm. Well, if the situation is difficult right now and you're finding that you're worried or concerned about whether or not you need to change to be with this person or this person needs to change with you, and it's just an overall difficult, connection to connect with, I think that it's not as difficult as you think. I feel like as long as you keep the worry and concern away from your thoughts and be more positive about the connection. Well, if I would say he feels good about you, but he just feels like it'll be difficult to be together with you. Like if you guys work together, it's going to be difficult, but it can be dealt with. Now, if you don't work with each other, then I would say that, this person thinks you're very honest, loving, caring. They think you're smart. They think you're a person that's fair. But if this person like travels a lot or they're at a distance from you, then this person has to like finds it difficult to change their life to be with you. So if that's the case, then I would say it's going to be difficult, but the person thinks and feels good about you. They think that you can be the one for them. But what I'm getting about him is he might have to travel, or he might be at a distance, or he might not want to live where he lives and wants to move. He might be on the go type of thing, so he feels like he won't be able to give you 100%. But he does view you as a good woman and a good person. So that's what I get. But it can be very difficult for you guys to actually be in a relationship if that's what you want. it's going to be difficult. It's not impossible, but it will be difficult because of the situations that you're both in order to be together. So there could be a few factors: travel, distance, and work. So if those things get solved, then everything will be fine because the feelings are there. So I hope this makes sense, but that's what I'm getting. I'm not getting nothing bad, you know. In the cards it says that he's okay and he's happy with what, you know. That's up to you. It's telling me the only way it's gonna work is if you guys are in the same place. So if this is a long distance thing, it's probably not gonna work unless one of you make a sacrifice. It's always gonna be a difficulty. You're always gonna be worried or concerned about what's gonna happen. So I got two cards here of distance or being in separate countries or states or being far away from each other, not having that connection. Or maybe one of you don't want to make the sacrifice, or one of you are like constantly traveling, so it's not going to work. So whether or not you want to let go of it and not make a sacrifice, that's up to you. Because you're asking me about the connection and how he feels. So that's pretty much what it is. The connection is good, the feelings are good, but the only thing is are both of you willing to make a sacrifice to be in the same place together? So that's what you have to ask yourself, and whether or not you want to deal with that. So everything depends on what you want. Yeah, sure. hmm I just hope what I'm saying is yeah. If you want to ask another question, you can. hmm It's getting cloudy here. It's getting very cloudy. Cloudy, cloudy. Thanks for the donation. I appreciate it. You can ask your question. Yeah, your questions. Okay, so you said we live in the same building. Okay, well that makes sense. Why I saw you guys either working together or being, you know. in the same place, but not really. So yeah, that makes sense. The distance sounds like a lot of work and not a lot of time for me. Yep. Right. Well, if you're in the same building, right, then that's a good thing because you the connection is there. That's why the connection is okay. You know, to me, if you're in the same building, that's a plus because you get to see each other no matter what, right? All you got to do is go to each other's room, right? So that's a good thing. Now, if he's the type of man that has a busy job or a hard job or like a job where he's constantly working, then you got to respect that fact that you actually got a good man that has a good job and wants to work and can provide for you or a possible family in the future. You know, because you can't expect to be with somebody and their life just be revolve around you all day. You know what I mean? So you want a man that has a good job and can provide and has work on their mind. You don't want to be around no damn man all day. Let him work. When he comes home, he's coming home to you. You see what I mean? But if you have those feelings, then you got to make adjustments to those feelings. You got me? And if he's like making connections with you, texting you and talking to you, that's a good thing. You can't let a good man go. Now, I don't get that he's lying. I think that you're making it more difficult than it really is. Because the cards that I got don't tell me that. It doesn't tell me that he's trying to trick you. It just says that he feels like you make it difficult. But texting me and trying to meet me only at his schedule. Well, what do you want him to do? Knock off of work and come and see you? Like, I'm sure you both, work. But see, you can't look at it that way because then it's never going to work. He's texting you to meet you because he's a busy person or he has a job. So he's going to tell you when he's free. You're taking that the wrong way, in my opinion. Because I'm talking to you as a guy, that's, I'm looking at what you're saying and I'm looking at what he's doing. And I'm not defending him by any means. I'm just saying you got to look at it through what he's doing. You can't take that as a bad thing. At the end of the day, he likes you, but if you're not going to meet him halfway and meet him on his schedule when he has time for you, he's trying to make time to see you. So how is that a bad thing? This is where I see the card was saying that there's worry and concern and embarrassment and just not feeling like things are going the right way. You can't get to know somebody by just your thoughts and feelings before you actually get to know them. You got to try, get to know him. So when he says, hey, can you meet me on this time? Because this is when I'm free. That's a normal thing to tell somebody, you know? So if you can meet him on his schedule, then go for it. And then I'm sure once things get better, then the schedule will be easier to deal with because you live in the same damn building. Yeah. See, I don't get nothing bad. I think it's all in your mind. I don't get anything bad here. Nothing. I do get what you're saying. You're saying that he only wants to meet you on his schedule. I see that right here. Like he's the type of person that he's not going to be very generous with his time because time is money. Money is time. So if he is a busy person and he travels for his job or he has to, do a lot of things for his job, that's cool. Let the man work. And when you can see him on his schedule, right? And if you can't, you can. But in the next 30 days, if you decide to give him a chance, I got all good cards here. I all got all good things. I think that things will improve and develop over these next 20, 30 days if you give him a chance. He thinks that you're very fair and reasonable. He thinks that you have good intentions. He also has good intentions. He just fears like not being able to give you everything you want because the connection is there, but there's no communication and gathering and energy in between you two. But I'm not getting anything bad at all. So I think this is all, up to you and your fear of, it not working or getting hurt or whatever you're fearing. But I've been telling people this forever that when a man and a woman's together and they're trying to meet up and the communication has to be there and you sometimes you have to sacrifice your time to be with somebody you have feelings for and you want to get to know because once you're together, right, after a certain period of time, the schedule is always going to be different. Hey babe, I gotta go to work today. I got called in. Okay babe, no problem. I know my man's at work. He ain't fucking around. I can be home and I can take the time to do what I have to do. There's no relationship that's gonna be perfect. If there was, I'd be married by now. So this is why like things don't work because people don't take that chance or that risk and let things develop over time. So this is totally up to you. But the cards are telling me that if you give them a chance and you go with the schedule and you do what you got to do with this person, it'll work. And I'm not getting anything bad on this guy. He just wants to be with a good woman. So it's up to you. I would tell you honestly if this person was a piece of shit, but I don't see that. And you're getting a reading that a lot of women would love to have is a guy who actually gives a shit about you and actually wants to develop and make things right. But if you keep doing this to him, putting it off or not responding to a text, that's gonna turn him away. And then when you see him with another woman having a great time, you're gonna regret it. He's not lying. He's not lying. He really likes you. He thinks you're a good woman. And he wants things to improve, but you're not giving him the chance. So the real problem is you. You're not the one that's willing to take the risk and take him on. I'm not bullshitting you because I don't do that. But if you send these vibes to him, don't be surprised if he says, you know what? I gave you a chance. I've been asking you. I like you. Like what the hell? So it's up to you. You do what you want. But I don't see nothing bad here. The only thing that I see with him is his money is his, and he's not gonna like be generous with his money. You know, he's gonna be more of someone who keeps his money to himself, and then when he really is with you, he'll spend money and things like that. And he'll do things. Like, he might be like a hoarder or like a person that fears finances or fears giving somebody too much because they're not giving anything back, you know? That's the only thing I really see, which is just, it's just, people are like that. They might be cheap or they might be like, hey, I don't want to spend all this money. Fuck that, you know? I just told you, yes. You're not listening. I'm telling you, you should entertain it. You should deal with him, yes. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. He genuinely likes you. Yes. He's telling you he likes you. He's telling you he wants to meet with you. How could that not be genuine? How can that not be good? You know? Is he telling you on the phone, hey, come over and give me some, or things like that? That's when you know the person's not genuine. They only got one thing on their mind. But if he's genuinely trying to get you to connect and to have a date with him, then hell yeah. I don't get nothing bad in the car. See, you should entertain it. Yes. Mm. You're welcome. And I wish you the best. Oh my God. She says, wait, but he does that. What am I gonna do with you people? Well, that depends on what you want, you know. But why would he see? That's where he doesn't take you out because he might not have the finances to do so. So, in other words, his way of showing you that he likes you is affection at home, affection when you're around each other, because he might not be financially, you know, he might fear that if I spend all this money on this girl, then she's gonna take me for everything I have or use me for my money. See, that's why that card probably came up. He fears like spending money, so he doesn't try to take you out because he probably doesn't want to spend all that money. Because how long have you guys known each other? She says, wait, but he does try to do that. But see, that's only if if he does that, right? Then that means that that's how he feels about you. That's that strong sexual connection energy. See, and if you're beautiful and you look, like you're ready to, give it up, then you can't expect nothing else to come out of his mouth. And I'm sure you want that too because you like him and you feel for him. So it's nothing wrong with that. That's the way life is right now, anyway. Like I say many times, a lot of people have different ways of starting off their journey in their relationship. Some women are like, no, no, you ain't getting none of this until you put in the time. And some women are like, hell yeah, I want sex and we can go from there. Whatever happens, happens. You see what I mean? And I never judge anybody for doing that. That's just the way you want to do it. I know someone right now, you know, I know someone right now that met online and they started having sex like after a month of knowing each other, and then they live with each other and they still live with each other 10 years from now. And they're doing perfectly fine. They've had their ups and downs, but they're still together. No life is perfect. See? So they met each other online, started having sex, lived with each other after a couple months. They're not married, but they're together. See? Still together. So everybody's life is different. It just happens that way. Not too long, he knows I don't need his money. Okay, well, there you go. See, you said you haven't known him that long. So that's probably the fear, right? Or the I'm worried or I don't know. You don't need his money, right? So that's another good thing. That's probably why he likes you. And then you want his affection, and that part is not compatible, but I get that he's genuine. Right. There you go. That's why I got a good reading, because that's what you want. And that's what he wants. And there really wasn't nothing there about money. It just says that he wants to hold on to his money. See? Because the Four of Pentacles to me is a person who they want to hold everything they have. They don't want to give it to somebody. They don't want to be that generous, generous, I mean, you know? They don't want to like give you shit if they don't know you. So if you don't know each other too long, then why the hell would he give you anything? So that's why I get that. That's the only thing. He don't want to like give you shit and make you feel like I'm buying your love, you know? Yeah, see. So that's probably why the way it is. Because your emotions are coming out in the cards, see. So that's probably why I'm getting things will improve as soon as you give in. As soon as you give in to him and you like actually, when he calls and says, "Hey, you want to come over?" and you actually do it, you'll see you're gonna change the whole perspective. But if you keep holding back, you're never gonna know. You have to give in to the actual, the um the invitation of him wanting you to come and see him and deal with it. I'm sure if you called him right now and said, "Hey, I'm home. Are you home?" and he says, "Yeah, can you want to come over?" He'll be down there in 2 seconds. He'll be happy as shit. I'm sure he would. I bet you if you want. If a woman called me, I'm in the same building, and she's like, I know she likes me and I like her, I'm going down there real quick. I'll be there in about 10 minutes. I'm gonna get a shower, shave, look sexy. I'm coming knocking on your door real quick. So, Ruby, it's up to you. Yeah, I know. I'm a man. That's why you women come in there. You need a man's perspective. I know. I weren't born yesterday. I know how it works. I know. Not in your wildest dreams, Lucky. Sorry. You need to find somebody in the same building as you. But see, another thing, Ruby, right, is your reading is like that because the energy's right there. See, at first when I read, I thought you guys were at a distance, but it's not. It's you creating the distance. You create the distance. You're not taking him on. See, that's the distance that I saw. That's why I asked you if you guys, work together or see you actually live in the same place. So the energy is there. So now that the energy is there, it's up to you to accept the energy and bring it in. See? So that's now this all makes sense to me. And that's why I don't like you giving me information before the reading. Now the reading makes sense. See what I mean? The reading makes sense more now to me and to you because you've told me these things and now I'm pasting it all together. So you wanted to pay for details, these are the details that you paid for. These are the details that I saw. Because everything you're saying now corresponds with what I see in the cards. See? See how it works? Hey Dan, how you doing, brother? So there you go. But why would it be toxic if you haven't even known him that long or known that? See, it's only gonna be toxic if you think that. Right. See? You wrote that as I told you. You can't think negative. You can't. If you think negative, then negative is going to stick with you. See? Why you think you feel the way you do? You feel really good about him, right? You like him, you want him. So if you don't show that to him, how is he gonna know? See, a lot of women do what you do. They get scared because they feel like the guy's gonna, you know, treat them like shit. But even if a year from now, you get treated like shit. At the end of the day, who really cares? You move on and you learn from your mistakes. You learn from what you're doing in your life. Nothing's ever gonna be perfect. Well, because he love bombed you at first because he wanted to get your attention and get you to see where your head was. And then he pulled back because you're not giving him no love bombing back. So what see you women do it to yourself. He came back because he likes you. And he probably said, fuck, maybe I did too much love bombing. Maybe I shouldn't have came across like that because she's really a good woman. See, now you're making even more sense. The more you tell me, the more I can analyze it. See, but I don't like people telling me too much when I'm reading them. But we'll talk about it as we go because we make the reading make sense now. And I can tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're not doing wrong. See? See? There you go. He came back because he wants you. Mhm. He gave you breadcrumbs to see if you would, give in to him or you would like contact or like say, hey, why you don't call me? I thought we was cool, like. You told him that you fell for him and he pulled back so quick. But then he came back because he was like, oh shit, this woman ain't joking. She wants it. See? So instead of playing all those games, but even though he pulled back because he was like, oh shit, this woman actually, see, when a woman tells a guy that and he pulls back, he's probably like, oh yeah, this woman's a hoe. She's already telling me she wants me. So he probably was like, oh shit, this woman caught me off guard. She probably just wants sex. She's telling me I'm falling for you and I want you. See, well, guys ain't really, when they hear that type of talk, they think that the woman's a hoe because not too many women are going to genuinely say that shit and mean it. They just want some D. I'm being real, and everybody knows that's the truth. So that's why he probably pulled back. He goes, I have to analyze this shit now. Is she a hoe or is she like a real decent woman and just telling me the truth that she's falling for me and she likes me and shit? Like, is this for real? Am I really getting this woman saying this shit to me? So yeah, it can be like there's emotions all over the place. Cause a lot of guys ain't really used to that. You see what I mean? So I'm trying to like cover all the bases and all the thoughts here. And like I said, I think both of you need to sit down and seriously talk and get to know each other and keep going and keep the communication going. And then as soon as you get that red flag, then you know that it's not right. But for right now and the energy I see, it looks good. Yeah. Well, there you go. See, and you're 24. See, and you probably look good, you know, and you're probably like somebody that he's like, oh shit, Because when a woman says that to a guy's like, she probably a hoe, or maybe she's genuinely telling me that. So they have to figure it out. That's why they pull back. They're like, you know what? But then he came back because he's like, you know what? Maybe she isn't a hoe. Maybe she really likes me, like for real, So God, now this day and age is not like when I was 24. I'm double your age. So when I was your age, back then. Even if somebody said that shit, you're like, oh yeah, she only wants one thing. See what I mean? All right, Dan, take care, brother. So yeah, Ruby, I would say if I were you, I would give it a chance because the cards are very positive. So, but it's up to you. If you want this to improve and develop into something decent, then you've got to like accept that he has, the life he has, the time frames, things like that. Like, and just try and, give each other, 100% each. So, you know. But because you said he pulled back when you said something, that's him analyzing the situation. I wouldn't be surprised if, like, he was probably, because you guys in the same building, he's probably like, I wonder if she's bringing some other dude home, like, and then if he ain't seeing nothing like that in a couple of days, he probably be like, yeah, she's single. She probably was genuinely telling me that she likes me, because when a woman does that, it's very rare. But women nowadays, they don't care. They'll come right up to you. Hey, sexy. You know, how you doing, handsome? What's your name? They do what the guys do now. A lot of women do that shit. A lot of women don't fear nothing. If they want a guy, they're coming after him. Where back in the day, they were like, hey, no, not me. Hi. I like you, but I'm not going to tell you. You have to guess. Yeah. Back in my day, ain't no woman coming up to you like that unless you're like a handsome, fine ass guy. And they want it. Or they'll tell their friend to tell you. Oh, shit. But yeah. But it's good that you broke the ice. See, it's good. Well, you'll be fine, Ruby. You'll be fine. I think that you should give him a chance, and I think that you guys will be all right. Because it looks like you both love each other. Well, both like each other. Not love, sorry. You both like each other. Well, you know why? You know why they're home alone? Because they want too damn much. And they don't go after the right guy. They go after a guy that's shit. Or they go after a guy that's already with somebody. Or they go after a guy that's not the right one. See, Spirit's gonna put them in the right place. Or they go after a guy they know is good, but too damn good. It's like most women want a guy that's gonna have like some type of fixing to do, because a woman's natural instinct is to nurture. A woman is put on earth to nurture children and babies, to be the foundation of their, the nurturing part of their life. Where the man is, I need to protect my family. I need to provide for my family. See, we're put on earth to do different things, but when you don't do that, it don't work. That's why there's women at home alone, because they don't see me. They just see they see all these other idiots out there that don't want what I want. You got me? That's why they're home alone. I'm home, but I'm not alone. I got my dog, my life, my business. I got you guys. I'm good. I'm never alone, even if I don't have a woman. It's all good. But I know what you mean, though. You're absolutely right. You're welcome, Ruby. I'm gonna get out of here. I've been on here for 2 hours. I gotta go anyway. I gotta go get some lunch and go do some work. But I'll be back tonight. I'll probably be back in a few hours. I'll be back at some point in time. Alrighty? I'll see you guys later on. Lucky, keep praying for a good man. The man that has to deal with you, I feel sorry for him. He's gonna need Mark's tarot counseling every damn day to deal with your ass. No, she says, "Are you serious? I hate you, Mark. I hate you." Calm down, Lucky. Calm down, okay? There's some, there's someone for everyone. I'm nice too, but that don't get you nowhere. Listen, there's some people in life, right? Before I go, there's some people in life that are never going to be married or never gonna find you know, their person, right? And then there's people who find someone and then they die and then they never want to be with somebody else again. They want to be a widow, or they just don't want nobody because they feel like they can't get nobody else. I knew a woman, her husband died when she was in her late 30s, and she's never remarried and only dated once or twice, but never wanted a man. See what I'm saying? What you want, Lucky, is what half the world wants. But in order to get it, we have to we have to put ourselves in a I love myself position first. And if you love yourself so much, then that becomes the reality of finding the person that finds you for who you are. Because if you don't love yourself and you criticize yourself all the time, where you feel like your life isn't 100%, then that's your biggest problem. That's why you don't attract anybody to you. And then when you love yourself so much, you realize you don't need somebody, you want somebody. And that's the position I'm in. I love myself, I care about myself, and I do not want anybody in my energy unless I personally feel like they can benefit me in my life and I can work with them to make our lives better. That's what everybody should be doing. That's why it's harder now to find the right person or for them to find you, because people are scared to commit again after a bad breakup or a bad person. So they don't want to refresh and do it again. See? That's the problem. But when you start loving yourself and you appreciate yourself, you realize I don't even need nobody. And that's why I'm the way I am. Because I really don't need a woman in my life. I want one, yes, but I don't need one. And that's when God says, okay, you're happy, Mark, by yourself? Good. But I tell God all the time, and I tell Spirit, if you want to bring me a woman in my life now, then she has to be trustworthy, no red flags, no cheating, no disrespecting, and you have to dedicate yourself to me and me only and no other fucking man. And your heart belongs to me. Everything else we'll deal with. So God says, you want too fucking much, Mark. No. There you go. That's your answer. That's your answer. So what God does, he says, when you're ready, we'll give them to you. But if you're not ready, it's not going to happen. Simple. Because you love yourself so much that you don't want to give up your heart to that person. Because you know they have to prove that they can handle it. So once somebody proves they can handle your heart and not destroy it and make it better, then that's when you know that person is the real person. I can't express that any other way. I don't know how to. That's the only way I know. And if you don't have nobody, then that's telling you that you don't really need nobody. You want somebody. That's the difference. I know I'm right. I'm a living proof of that. Because all you really need is yourself and God. It'll all pan out in the end. Is your mother with somebody right now? Ask yourself that question. I know what you mean. There you go. See? Why? Ask yourself why. I'm making my point valid right now. More valid. See what I mean? You can pick the bones out of that. Yeah. You can sigh all you want. I'm making my points valid. This is the life that you choose. This is the life that you want. That's why hoes have all the fun. Because their expectations is not loyal, trustworthy, and I want everything. A hoe just wants money and D and the best things in life. That's why most hoes have a great time in life. But a good woman has a harder life to live because she wants the expectation of everything being perfect. That's why the world's full of more hoods than anything. So does everybody else. Even a hoe, even a woman that becomes a hoe because she couldn't get the real thing, still wants the real thing, but it's harder now because she's a hoe and she's used to that life. You got me? Anyway, Lucky, I have to go. So I gotta go pick up my nephew in a few minutes. And I also need to go and do some stuff. But I'll be back tonight. Don't think about it too much. That's all you gotta do. Don't think about it too much. And always think about what you can do for yourself to make yourself prepared for that person. You too. Thanks.